Well, welcome to Northwest Airguns. I'm John, and today we're going to talk about the election that's coming up next week. Actually, this is November 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Anyway, next Tuesday is an election, 2018. And if you're like me, you're just sick of all the ads. We get ads for everybody, and I can't even vote for them. I'm surrounded by state and federal congressional elections, and so we get everything, and I'm kind of tired of it. But there's one really good outcome from this election, no matter who wins, and I think it's of interest to Airgunners because we can take advantage of all the ad signs that we see on people's lawns and different places like that. And so about, well, it was 2010, I guess, I actually ran for county and I lost. I would have made a great county assessor, but apparently I wasn't a very good candidate because I didn't win. And so at the end of the election, devastated as I was, and if you want to get your feelings hurt, lose a county-wide election and that'll do it. But I had all these signs, and let me grab one, I'll show you. So I had these signs, and people put them out in their yards and in different places in their windows, and so I ended up, after the election, I had hundreds of these, and it seemed a shame to just take them to the dump and throw them away, or I guess they can be recycled. These are made out of plastic nowadays with kind of a corrugated plastic, and they hold up really well. They're weatherproof, and it got me thinking about what else can you do with these signs, and I came up with an idea. Let me show you. Okay, well, here we are. It turns out that the signs usually come with one of these stands. You can stick it in the ground that way and people can see it. Well, it turns out that these signs actually make great targets. And so this is a little bit dirty, it's been piled up, but I would set this one out at 35 yards, stick it in the ground, and I think I probably had a target on here. Let me see if I can find one that has one. Yeah, here we go. And these haven't even been shot. Oh, let me get that one a little better. So here you go. You put a target on it, and all of a sudden you are able to create a range in your yard and set them out every so many yards. And so that's what I did. I ended up cutting them in half. I had hundreds of these stands too, and so I used these, and I would set them out in the yard and use them to practice ranging with my scope, and then seeing where, the point of impact at different yardages. And you could use this for field target practice, or just getting to know your gun. And so it worked out pretty well, and I thought, well, there's signs like this all over the country, in every place where they're having an election now, and it's an opportunity for Airgunners to pick up some signs and stands and make yourself a target range. The beauty of this is that you don't have to like the candidate, you just have to like the sign. So a couple ways you can do this. One, you can run for office yourself, and you'll have hundreds of signs left over at the end of the campaign, most likely, but that's kind of an extreme step just to get a doggone sign. So I think a couple other ways: you could volunteer with the candidate to collect their signs after the election's over. That would be one way, and you just keep a few and say that, well, some of the signs had been repurposed, and let it go at that. Another way is to contact candidates, or measure whatever and proposition whatever, and have them put all their signs out on your lawn, and then after the election is over, you can collect them and say, well, they've been repurposed, you don't have to come collect it. You could just walk around your neighborhood and tell people who have a sign out in front of their yard that I'm collecting the signs. And most people are happy to get rid of them because they don't know what to do with them. But if you're going to just go around the neighborhood collecting signs, carry a clip pad or something so it makes it look like you're, oh yeah, this is the house, and you're not just some guy walking around collecting signs. Although that could be okay too. So in closing, I just want to make sure that Airgunners realize what an opportunity the election is, regardless of who wins or who loses, who you favor, who you do not favor, doesn't matter. These make great signs no matter what side you're on. And then you've got the ability to set up your own range in your yard. Well, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon.